subscribe? Darling Radio, like and subscribe.
Black Rose in the building. Absolutely. Black Rose.
Yeah, so I just had a question because I'm looking to ask this to actual, relevant communities. So let me just ask you this. I'll just start by saying it is torture listening to people my own age talk about politics and then further talk about things like white guilt to the degree that they sound like they hold an almost ironically racist amount of pity for anyone that isn't white, pretty much. What do I say to my friends who basically sound like they are pitying to the point, like not just respecting the struggle, but like literally sounding like they are almost a whole different type of racist where they basically consider black people incapable of doing anything without a bunch of government handouts?
Well, no. Well, the thing is, what government handouts does black people get?
Well, I mean, when I was struggling economically, and financially, all that stuff, I was denied for food stamps, for example, and my black neighbor was accepted. I don't know what other factors might have been involved because we were both single tax filers and both in the same age bracket and both making about the same money. So I'm really not sure where the discrepancy came from other than that.
No way in hell you think that black people get some kind of welfare benefits over white people. Are you trying to say that?
I'm saying that politicians have certainly pandered.
Okay, damn a pander. What have they given us that they have not given other people?
There are so many examples. First would be a clear. So for a start, we had race quotas for the longest time in a lot of different industries and jobs, and they got tax penalties for not meeting them. Secondly, there is the
Hold on.
scholarship.
Oh, no. Ooh, Rose, black. No. Ooh, we gotta slow this thing down. Rose, we gotta slow it down. Let's slow it down. Okay, let's slow all of this down. Let's slow down, because I want to address all of them one by one. Okay, let's address them one by one, Rose. You said race quotas. That doesn't benefit black people exclusively at all. The racial quotas for minorities, that means Asians first, then Hispanics, then Middle Eastern. Most of these race quotas don't even help black people, so let's not go there, ma'am. What's the next one? Go ahead.
Hang on. The point that I was coming on to make, or actually rather what I was trying to get from this was just how can I convince my friends to stop having this problematic view that oh my god, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought at this point.
No, because now sound like your friends are actually correct. Sound like your friends have what's called a conscience. Because you're
Wait,
talking
what?
some
Okay,
government that black people, we've never gotten no exclusive government handouts, ma'am. And you said there's plenty and you can't name one. Black people in America, we have never, ever got one single solitary tangible benefit that other people were excluded from. You can't name it, ma'am.
oh,
Why?
I'm not saying that other races were not. I'm saying that this problematic view is shared by other minorities as well. This is literally not something that I'm saying is I think you might be missing what I was trying to get.
No, but you said that your friends have like a pity for black people and they want black people to get more government handouts. I want to know when the first ones came out. You said more. When did the first government handouts come exclusively to black people?
I've never said they were exclusively for black people.
But you said government handouts that black people are getting. We don't get government handouts, ma'am.
Among other races. I never said it was exclusively black.
Okay.
No.
Um, Black Rose, where's your family from? What part of Europe is your family from? Ireland or Scotland or where?
So, so I actually don't even know what most of my genetic tree, but I will say that I have some German and British, and I've lived all over the world in different countries and everything like that. I
But
feel like I
but,
have. Sorry, go ahead.
but your family's from the U.S., right?
Yeah, yeah. Currently, I live here. Yeah.
Okay. When did they immigrate? When did your people immigrate here? You have to know when they kind of came. They came in Ellis Island somewhere. When did they come?
So, I'm not really sure what you mean by my people because
The,
I am a
the,
good mix of a lot of things, and I just consider myself part of the American melting pot at this point. I We came to live over here most recently about 10 years ago.
okay, to the U.S.
Yes.
Okay, so where were you born?
I was born in the Netherlands actually.
Okay, okay, so you're a recent immigrant. You're an immigrant. Okay, so you just got here and talking about some government handouts, really? And you just got here
I'm not I okay, so I'm not coming up here to
to what, dear?
how should I say it? To like, for lack of a better wording, just shit on anybody. I literally was just trying to figure out, because
But you,
to
but
me,
ma'am,
I think.
but ma'am, you just got here and you're living and benefiting off of us in our country that we and my family built. You just got here you're talking about all black folks with these government handouts. And you just got here, ma'am. That's interesting. Wow, that's interesting. Don't you think that's kind of weird for you to have that kind of disposition in a country that you just got to that was built by my family? To complain about government handouts and you got a handout by coming here? Huh? And my family's been here for centuries. They built this country so that you can leave the Netherlands to come over here? Huh? Black Rose.
I think that you're missing the point that I was trying to make before.
What's the point, dear?
I was So what I was asking was why people have this misconception or seem to be speaking like it's almost like they're giving this aura that they think that any race except white people are not capable of any doing shit for themselves.
Okay, let me,
And
Robbie,
it's just
Robbie,
cringing me out when people speak about it.
Brother Robbie, chime in, brother.
Listen, brother Flex, shout out to you and shout out to the space. What we're seeing is a direct result of why, as the title says, why are black men being targeted? Well, we're all one big Negro, so it's about black men and black women and of us all being on code. And what it is soon as we eliminated blackness, the Democratic Party panicked, white supremacists panicked because it took away that finesse. So now we're handling things like TSA. You're like a TSA agent. You can tell whether a tether smuggling, and then you have all these other groups of people that really all they want to do is be a real American, which means they not only do they want to be classified as white as a social construct, they want all the benefits and goodies that come along with it. And
Hmm.
anytime we try to get something or anytime we move the needle, they either want to take credit for hip hop, they want to take credit for the internet. I mean, when you really get down to the grassroots of, and actually that might be another series you may want to work on, highlighting black inventors, because and this is what I mean. When we're innovative and we see the need for something and we think outside of the box, you don't have to be a college graduate to think outside the box as a foundational black American, because we've always been outcasted. Therefore we've had to love ourselves, we've had to find solutions, we've never made excuses. So what it is all these white supremacist money is starting to dry up, all these other groups are getting scared and afraid. Why? Because black people are gatekeeping. We're no longer going to allow you to just pass a piece of legislation. And if it doesn't pass the smell test, there's going to be somebody to call you out. You're not going to be able to give us studies for reparations. You're not going to be able to pit black men against black women. You're not going to be able to try to attack people like yourself who are pillars in the community that are moving the dial. So really all this is just panic. What she was thinking, since some of us are conservative in some of our beliefs, she was thinking you were going to give her a pat on the head and just start you know basically dog whistling some of those white supremacist talking points. We're not
Right.
here to we're not here to trauma bond with them about Jewish people. At this point, if you have white on your birth certificate or your driver's license, I don't want to hear any excuses you have to say, because what that means is we don't live in a post-racial society. So if we don't live in a post-racial society, then why should you be allowed to be calling yourself a minority? Right? We're the
Mhm.
only people that, like you say, like Dr. Claude Anderson was saying, they tried to make us a minority group, and we refuse to allow them to define us. So we're foundational Black Americans. We have the Majara spirit. Reparations is still going to be an issue after the elections. Black people thinking outside of the box is going to be an issue outside of the election. So they can go ahead and fight amongst themselves, but what they're not going to do is try to use us as Linus's blanket to get some comfort. Oh my God, I'm a white person and I'm oppressed. Get out of here. I just post some stuff in there showing how white women have benefited the most out of everything all of this time. And why they are complaining to us just really, really, really ticks me off, especially some of the melanated people, because they sound arrogant and ungrateful.
Yeah, real
And I'll
talk.
land my plane there.
Thank you so much. Yeah, but yeah, Black Rose. You hear Black Rose?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, indeed. And by the way, that whole welfare stuff that your neighbor got some food stamps and you couldn't get, I don't believe that one bit. I do not believe that, ma'am. Nobody black got something and you didn't if you needed it. I do not believe that. But anyway, any last words, Black
Yeah.
Rose?
I just wanted to mention that I did not come up here to insult anyone, to shit talk anyone, to do anything like that. I literally just came up here to ask what what uh what people's opinion was on that sort of thing that I think was emerging among a couple people I was talking to. To me, it just sounded a little bit racist the way they were talking
What you thought?
uh,
No,
about
thought Rose. You know what you thought because we're very critical of Kamala. We're very critical of the Democrats. You thought you were coming around a bunch of Myron Gaines type of black people. That's
wait,
what you
what?
thought. You thought you were coming around some of these tethers that likes being around the alt right, and we're not that
I'm
at
not
all.
even familiar with the term tether. I came in.
You didn't said the same thing. Let me talk to the family. See, she thought she was coming around Myron Gaines type of people. Oh, they don't like Kamala, so they must be real right wing. We ain't that. No, we're not. No, we ain't on what you on either. Let's be real clear. We ain't on what you on. Yeah, you know what? My friends, my white friends, they have so like pity for black people. You know, they just want black people to get more government handouts. Ma'am, please. That's some shit that they say that she was trying to feel us out, family. She was trying, they do that at your job, by the way. You know, your little racist white co-workers say little old slick stuff. Hey, Shaquita, you know, that George Floyd thing, man, don't you think? I think he died of fentanyl. You know, they kind of say little stuff to see where you are, to see what your reaction is going to be. And see, the reaction wasn't what she thought it was going to be. Like, I didn't come up here to argue, dudes. I didn't come up here for that. When she told that lie, you know, my neighbor's black and went and got some food stamps and I couldn't even get them. You don't go to hell with that lie. No, we ain't them kind of black people. You ain't gonna come around with that. That's what you're not going to do. Yeah, we don't like the Democrats, but I don't like them white supremacist right wing talking points either. Don't get it twisted. No. Don't come around here with all that. Yeah, it's still up with you too. You white supremacists, let me let y'all understand something. And the tethers and the mammies. It's still up now. We didn't forget about you. We do have some smoke for the Hindus. We got some smoke for the Hindus and the left wing white supremacists, but we still got a couple of coal mines for your ass too. We didn't forget about you. You know, we're multitasking on the stove. There's a lot of pots on the stove. We know how to cook grits, bacon, toast, and eggs at the same time. All right. Right now, we're cooking some biryani chicken, which is Kamala Harris. We're cooking that, but we'll get right back to the avocado wraps. We'll start stirring them up and frying them up a little bit. Yeah, don't get comfortable with your racism. All right. Yeah, your racism and your anti-blackness, that still ain't it. You still need to break bread. The reparations thing, we haven't forgotten about that. Don't start talking about no handouts. We ain't got no handouts. Yeah, we gonna holler at you about the handouts, by the way. That debt that's owed. We gotta holler at you about that. There's a debt that's still owed. So you don't get it twisted. All right. Anyway, man, I've been on here for 3 hours. I can't be y'all be having me on here doing 3 hour spaces. Lord, I did a 3 hour space last night. Yeah. Well, anyway, man, let me get up out of here, man. It's been real. Go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Come down to the Hidden History Museum today, ladies and gentlemen. In Los Angeles, 2131 West Jefferson Boulevard. Come down to the Hidden History Museum and go make a donation to the Hidden History Museum at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. Everybody in here, y'all should make a donation now. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum. That's very important. Very important institution. And we need the family to support that. So go to hiddenhistorymuseum.com. And I'm up out of here, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Hi, I'm Mateo. Do you want to learn about Hidden Heroes? Hidden Heroes from A to Z is a cool book that tells the stories of amazing black heroes you might not know about. You'll meet inventors, you'll meet explorers, and leaders who changed the world. It's fun, inspiring, and you can learn so much. Get your copy now at hiddenhistorymuseum.com.
Let's discover our hidden heroes together.